2016 with your monthly reading for the month of October 2019, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of September, and see what is in store for you for October. So let's begin the reading. So the first card for you presenting the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Two of Spades. So the Two of Spades here indicates that towards the beginning of the month you might be presented by the several different choices. It looks like most likely two choices, more than one. That's why there is a choice in your life towards the beginning of the month. So possibly it is correlated with the job that are being presented to you. So the choices will be, you might want to take this job or this opportunity, or else you miss out on this. So the thing is that it looks like that you have been offered by some people because maybe they are interested on your profile or on your skill set and also your experience. It looks like that they are, I think they are genuinely wanted you to join their teams and wanted you to work for them. So it's going back again to you now. So since you are the person or the sign that you know have the choice, so you may need to assess that and see what is the pros and cons, what are the positive things that you will get in the long term, not just only for the short term. So it can be like maybe the job is something that you want to pursue for the next few years, but maybe the pay is not good, that's the cons. But yeah, because you needed to get or gain those experience so that you can enhance more in your career, that's why this is important. So that's why you wanted to take the job, for instance. Otherwise it's not worth it. So the next card that you are presenting the influence card or the bridge card, so in the middle of the month you have the Two of Diamond. So it looks like if you're not taking the job, possibly you actually have a couple here, double two. So it looks like that towards the middle of the month you might be very busy. This can be related to, let's say, if you are changing job, or you are in the middle of transitions between one job to the other. So maybe you may need to juggle two different jobs. So that can be one of the things here, one of the signs why this thing happened. And if it is, then if you are let's say wanting to have this job, then that's the reason why you are on with it. You are possibly you are in a commitment on doing so. So this actually, just only take notes here because you may need to put a lot of effort and a lot of powers over this, energies as well, attention. So just be mindful of yourself, your health and your well-being, as well as your relationship. So because sometimes if you are too busy and too overworked, you may neglect some other people in your life, like your wife, your families, or your kids, anybody else. So just be careful on that. So the next card that you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the Ace of Hearts. So the Ace of Hearts here indicates that in the past you may have something going on here. There's something new going on with your career or with your I think it's more like personal life. So I'm not sure if you have a romance be happening in the office. Maybe some of you has, but the thing is that it doesn't matter if it is something you are wanting to pursue, but the thing is that this can be something that is challenging as well, because you may think that you have two jobs or in between jobs in some way, but you also have to juggle with your personal relationship, things like that, or like office romance. So sometimes it's becoming more complicated, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible. So it depends on you. Other than that, it can also be your passions. You finally do what you love to do. Maybe you're branching out somewhere, doing certain other things, accept what you are doing. So maybe you are starting your own YouTube channels, or even like if you're starting side hobbies become a business, those type of things. Like musicians, or taking some design projects or things like that aside from your job. So the next card you have representing the things that you learned from the past. You have the King of Diamonds. I think you learn a lot from him. He is a mentor, or he's a like a boss, or partners, or even like people that you trust. So you learn a lot from him. Actually, he's very successful. So maybe he run his own business, or he has several or managed several different projects in the past that you actually involve. And this guy is very like a role model for you. So this can also be your rising sign if you have rising sign in the earth sign. Otherwise, this can be a very good mentor, or a good tutors, or a good friends actually, because you suddenly, like, there is no boundary between you and him of learning to, to explore certain different things in your career. So the next card that you have representing the thing that you need to let go of, you have the Five of Spades. So the Five of Spades here indicates that you possibly have some different conflicts or disagreement with your friends, or with your colleagues, or co-workers at work, or even like your families. I think it looks like that you are going around and around for several different times. maybe like discussing about certain things that are not, there is no ending between those, like it's just never ending discussion. So it's just like you are losing battle every day, those type of conversations. Like maybe your spouse doesn't want to listen, or even like your coworker doesn't want to hear what you say. And it's just like pointless. It's a pointless discussions that you should not even involve in the first place. So that's time for you to let it go. So it's time for you to just say it done and just walk away. I think it's better to give you more time, like free time, instead of just arguing with them. There's some saying like, if you are arguing with a fool, then people will not even see which one is the fool. If you are not in like arguing with the fool, it's better to just walk away. Then people see who is the fool in any disagreement or any conflicts. So the next one that you have representing the future cards towards the end of the month, you have the Five of Hearts. So it's noticed that you have double 2 and double 5. So I think there is some kind of a shake-up in the middle of the month towards the end of the month. So towards the end of the month, it looks like that even if like you win the battle, like say if you still keep on arguing with them, you won't be happily, feeling or satisfied. So it's better not to argue. So it's better not to waste your time and energy to argue with them, and just do anything that you want. So with this card, actually you are feeling I think regret some of those, like some losses that you won't get it back. And this can be related to the first card, which is the Two of Spades. If you are feeling that you chose the wrong decision in the end, it's better to take decision rather than not doing anything, because sometimes if you choose the wrong things, at least you are consciously choose that, and then you are committed to work around that, or working with that. So those type of things can be, like if you take 100% of responsibility, you are more into solving the problem rather than blaming others. So lastly here, to clarify the whole reading, is at the bottom of the deck you have the Four of Spades. So it looks like that towards the end of the month, or overall here, even if you don't get that job, for instance, like if you chose not to leave the current job that you are, doesn't mean that you are in the worst place possible. you still can take advantage of some of the things that you love doing in your current job, and just go with that. Just make use or make the most of it. That was much better than like leaving the job that you want, that you are in right now, for something that is not even paying off. Maybe you need to start over again, or even like if you really hate your current job, that means that you have to start over again. And that's the card here saying that it may take you for a while to get into the place that you want to be, and this will make you have to, like in the delays, some kind of, having some delays, or kind of you know un 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 to be honest, it's really hard to describe, but the thing is that it won't be able to give you instant gratification. So you need to just work it out and just go with the flow. So I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you like the reading, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, just click subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications every time we publish a new video. And if you want to donate to our channel, you can do so by sending your donation via this PayPal, via this email through PayPal, and see you next month. Thank you.